This is a story about three friends: Edward, John, and Richard. Edward is a rich man, and him being a generous host, would regularly invite his friends to dinner. During their dinner sessions, they would hold discussions on everything below the sun. It was just another dinner night with John and Richard, but this time, the conversation took a spooky turn. Ghosts? Edward scoffed at the idea, while they passionately defended their existence. They challenged Edward to spend a night in the graveyard on a hilltop under the old banyan tree, with no light. If Edward succeeded, they'd treat him to a grand trip. If he failed, he'd owe them a 20-course feast. Edward accepted, thinking it was a ridiculous bet. That night, Edward lay beneath the tree, listening to the howls and hoots, watching the lights in the houses at the foothill flicker out. One candle remained lit for hours. Edward drifted off into sleep, feeling oddly safe. When dawn broke, the friends arrived, eager to hear Edward's tale. As he told them that he saw no ghosts, they reminded him of the candle. Suddenly, it hit Edward. They had set him up. Edward smiled, accepting defeat, but he had a plan to get back at them. At dinner, after 2 hours of waiting, John and Richard were starving. They rushed to the kitchen, and to their surprise, they saw that the cook was using a single candle to prepare the 20-course meal. Edward reminded them that if one candle at the foot of the hill could light a graveyard, it could surely cook a meal. They realized their mischief had backfired and apologized to Edward, and all three went on to have their usual chat and dinner later on.